Hello and welcome. This is Uma Shankar Pandey and this is the Dr. USP channel. I host videos on media and communication and how to make the best of the digital world on this channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Have you noticed that we form impressions about a person even without the other person having spoken a word? We use what is known as non-verbals while creating impressions about the person. Just by using the right hand gestures, we can make the right impression to the person we are talking. And not only to the ones whom we are communicating to, but we can also wire ourselves into believing that we are more confident. So let's see how this is done. So let's begin the 9 tips to gain confidence with hand gestures. When we are talking to somebody and we keep fidgeting with our hands or clasping our hands or wringing our hands, then probably that is a sign of nervousness, of less confidence. So the tip number 1, go for the triangle, and this is what a lot of communicators do. This is also known as the pyramid or the steeple. So just putting your hands in a triangle right in front of you gives an impression of confidence, of reliability, and a lot of communicators you will see just holding their hands in this triangle. Tip number 2, putting your hands as if you are holding a basketball in our hands. Steve Jobs was the one who made it very popular, and this gives the idea of being in control. So putting your hands as if you're holding a basketball is a very important way of putting across yourself as someone who is very confident of what he's saying. But it's very important to appear natural. It should not appear mechanical. So if you're appearing mechanical with these things or with these things, then that will be a very bad communication. If I am saying the same thing without any gestures, just see the difference. If I say this with gestures, there is a difference. American social psychologist Amy Cuddy is an expert in what is known as power posing. When you want to impose yourselves, or when you want to become more confident, or when you want to appear more confident, you extend yourself, you extend your body. So when people sit in this posture, or when they posture like this, or when they expand themselves, or when they stand with their hands on their hips, this is a confident posture. That is when you are extending your body. So if you can extend your space, that is when you are putting across a more confident self. But if you're contracting yourself, or if you're just holding your arms across, or you're just trying to become small, that is just the reverse of the power pose. So that is the low power pose. So this appears as less confident. I'll have a separate video on power posing later. But for today, this is important to remember that just by extending our body, or just by occupying more space, we can appear more confident. So if somebody is just sitting with their chins down or trying to contract themselves, just by looking at them, you can say they are feeling less confident or they are feeling nervous about themselves. The next important tip is about the palms up. Now, if we have to request some people in this manner, hello, please, can you do this? Let's get along. Let's do this. Can you please just come over here? Now, this is a very effective way of communication. On the other hand, if I were using my finger to point people, can you please do this? Can you just go ahead? Can you do that? That is a very dominating posture. And research has shown that the palms up approach, when you are talking to people with your palms up, that has about a 90% chance of your request being acceded. But on the other hand, if you are just pointing out at people with their fingers, then that is a short way of not getting them to work the way you want to. That puts off people. So pointing fingers is not a good thing. Instead of pointing fingers, many people adopt this approach. showing a small thumbs up. So 1. So this is the way, this is the way, this is the way. So that is a better alternative to pointing fingers. Another very effective tip is using the chop. And using the chop with the right intensity and at the right time can create the right impact, as you could just see. But if it is too mechanical and if you're doing it too quickly and without any emotion behind it, then probably that is not going to work. So the chop is a very effective way of putting your point across. Another very important concept is that of the power box, especially when you are presenting to a small audience or when you are presenting online. And the power box is the space just in front of you, just by your shoulders up to your waist side, never above your chin and never beyond your shoulders. So this area is the power box. So the gestures have to be at this power box. The more we concentrate on the power box, the better impact it will have and the better point we'll be able to make. See, this power box has a history. Many researchers also refer to this as the Clinton box, because earlier Clinton would just flay his hands everywhere, and that would appear very irritating to a lot of people, and that is when his advisors advised him to use the power box. A very effective and intimate gesture is by pointing your hands towards your heart. And that's a very intimate gesture. This is my presence. This is my passion. This is about my work. This is about my connection. So the more you present about yourselves, and if you have the right gestures, it can appear very intimate. Also, when you're talking about numbers, it's very easy and it's very effective if we use the signals along with the number. So these are the 3 steps that I'm talking about. These are the 8 things in which we are very good at. These are the 6 things that we should be bothered about. This is the 1 thing that we should be very clear about. So when we make these gestures, the wordings are more effective and people can make better sense of it. The last tip for the day is about increasing and decreasing, about small and big. So when we are talking about increasing figures, it's better to just gesture the increasing sign, or when we are talking about something that is going down, it's better to put this down sign there. Or when we are talking about problem, this is just a small problem, it's not a big thing, or this is a huge thing. So just by these gestures we can make our communication a lot more clearer. We will be appearing a lot more in control of what we are trying to suggest, and this will be a very good non-verbal to begin with, because the more confident your body language is, the more confident you feel and the more confident you act. Thank you for staying along, friends, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel, and please send in your comments. I'll be back very soon with another video. Till then, keep shining.